I want to tell you what happened when I stopped exercising every day and why I think this is absolutely critical for our physical health and our mental health as a special needs mom. So, a while back, I was working in the gym full time. I am a certified personal trainer. I've been teaching group exercise classes for 20 years, and I worked in the gym for a very long time. And I got myself to the point where I was teaching classes or doing workouts every single day. And I'm talking like big workouts, 45 minutes, hour, 2 hours every day. And at the same time, I was juggling raising two young boys, my son who has special needs and medical complications and behavior problems and all of the things. And it became too much. I could not do it with my schedule. I was just overwhelmed and overloaded physically and mentally. And at that point, I felt like, okay, this exercise is not serving me anymore because it's just too hard. It's too much for me right now. So I stopped. I pulled back. And at that point, my body felt a little bit better, right? Because I wasn't as overwhelmed and my anxiety wasn't as bad because of the daily push that I was giving myself. But something very interesting happened, and it's gonna surprise you because I know what you're thinking. Okay, if you stopped doing that, probably the first thing that you saw was that you gained weight again, right? And this is what most people think is going to happen. And actually, that did not happen to me. Mostly because I knew what my body needed as far as nutrition. I was working really hard on nourishing myself. And so, surprisingly, I didn't gain any weight. But what did happen was my mental health and my energy levels plummeted plummeted. My stress, even though I was overwhelmed before from trying to get to the gym and get these workouts in all the time, things shifted and it felt like my brain stopped working, if I can put it very simply. I had trouble concentrating. I was dealing with brain fog, with fatigue, and this was cumulative. It kind of happened over a number of months as things slowed down for me. I was having more just like emotional dysregulation, and it was really confusing for me. And I didn't expect this, right? I didn't expect this. I didn't expect to be more tired, and I knew that I couldn't go back into exercise the way that I was because that wasn't working for me anymore. But pulling back and slowing down also wasn't working for me. And what I discovered is that there is this magic balance that we can hit in our exercise and movement that helps us to have better energy, maintain healthy stress levels and release stress through movement, but not overwhelm us and not overload us and cause more stress on our body because we're pushing ourselves too hard. And this is one of my favorite things to talk to moms about because often when we have goals for our health, whether that is losing additional weight that you're struggling with, having better energy, and just feeling better and taking care of your body, we feel like it's going to take a ton of time, right? We're going to have to get to the gym, we're going to have to walk or do things for 45 minutes, an hour, and we just don't have time for that, right? It's a lot. It's a big ask, especially when you have work and you have kids and you have therapies and you have doctor's appointments and all of that. So doing too much isn't going to work. Doing nothing, though, is going to lead you down that same path that I went down. And you might be there right now. If it's been a while since you've been physically active, if you're struggling to stay regularly physically active, these are some of the most common things that happen. We struggle with sleep, right? We struggle with higher stress levels because we are not releasing stress out of our body through movement. We deal with mental I don't want to say mental problems, but we deal with mental ramifications, right? Brain fog, difficulty concentrating, just problem solving, all these things that happens when we exercise and turns on in our brain those mental cognitive functions start to slow down a little bit. We know this from research as well. I've done research with kids who are physically active and not, and how they perform in school. So your brain and your brain activity kind of starts to slow down. You can deal more with actual mental health issues like depression, like anxiety. You're going to lose strength, you're going to lose stamina, you're going to lose energy. And this is a hard place to be when we've got a lot that's going on. And it's a tough place to sit in when it's like, well, I don't have a lot of time to go and exercise, and I can't do that. But if I do nothing, I also feel exhausted. And how do we find that middle ground? So here's what I discovered. 20 minutes of movement a day is the absolute perfect formula for me and so many busy moms that I work with. There's research on 20 minutes of physical activity and what that does for your brain and for your body, especially for your brain. This is that point where your body releases this wave of hormones, and your brain activity and your neuron activity lights up. You get that better mental concentration, and you just feel a boost. You feel a mental and energetic boost. Your mood improves because of that hormone rush, and you feel better. Your stress levels go down because you've released built up tension as you move. And the line is that 20-minute marker. This is what research has found. If you do less than 20 minutes, you still get some of those benefits. But when you go past 20 minutes, the activity is still about the same. So my goal for myself right now and the clients that I work with is to aim for that 20 minutes of movement every single day, so that you are gifting yourself with all of those things that we need: better energy, better strength, lower stress levels, better mental concentration, and it is just awesome. And so the program that I created is called the 20-Minute Boost workout program, and I am really excited to be working and bringing you guys a brand new challenge. This is going to be a back to school energy boost challenge where I'm going to give you the opportunity to try out 20 minutes of daily movement and see just how good this feels, and to see and let you explore, like, is this something that I can actually do in my day, right? We're in this interesting season right now. I love back to school for an opportunity for habit change, because we're all shifting schedules. We're all kind of recreating what our normal routine is. And this is an amazing time for you to introduce exercise and introduce movement into your routine. And I know that you can find 20 minutes. I have yet to meet somebody that absolutely has nowhere in their day where they can plug in 20 minutes. And so what this looks like for me right now, that I'm going to be sharing with you in this energy boost, is making sure every day that I am moving, right? I aim for 20 minutes. Sometimes I do a little bit more because it's feeling good for me. But sometimes I do a little bit less, but the goal is 20 minutes. And when I got to the place where I shifted out of feeling like I have to do more, and settled into, I'm going to do something every day, whether it's 5 minutes or 30 minutes or hitting that gold line of 20 minutes, I'm going to just continue to show up and keep this as a part of something that I do every day. I feel amazing. I truly feel amazing. I aim to get this in the morning because that helps me to just go into my day and be ready for my kids with, my brain turned on and energy turned on. Sometimes that doesn't happen and it comes in at the end of the day, but I feel great, and I have found that balance that is not too much, it's not too little, and I'm in amazing shape. I feel great in my body. I look great, and most importantly, I have the energy that I need to be able to deal with my kids and everything that comes in my day. And I would love nothing more than to help you experience this too, right? I've had over 75 moms come through and do these 20-minute boost workouts, and it's just amazing to hear from them as well on how good they feel, right? Because it's not just me. This is a formula that works for busy moms. So here's what I want you to do. If you are changing schedules right now and you are feeling maybe some of what I felt when I was not moving every single day, and are ready to get out of that and want to figure out an easier way to have better energy and take care of your body and get stronger and manage stress and just feel your best and truly look your best too, I want to invite you into this back to school energy boost challenge where we're going to try out these 20-minute boost workouts. I'm going to be hanging out with you as well and supporting you and keeping you accountable as you do that, to help you figure out, like, where can I put this in my day? How does this work for me? And really explaining in more depth what I've talked about today about the benefits of giving yourself that gift of 20 minutes a day as a busy mom. So if you want to get on the list for that, you can drop a comment under this video that says, I need a boost. And I'm going to reach out to you once we have all the registration open for this with details. Now, I know back to school kind of looks different for everybody. I asked just a couple weeks ago, like, when are your kids going back to school? And we have a big group of moms that everybody's going back in August. Maybe your kids are back now, like mine. And some of you are on that Labor Day train, right? After Labor Day, you guys are going to be sending your kids back in. So I'm going to be offering 2 different dates for this. There's going to be one that's the end of August, and then one after Labor Day, after kids go back into school, so that you will be able to make this work for you and your schedule. So don't worry about that. Just let me know in the comments. I need a boost, and I'm going to get in touch with you to help you get registered for this and make sure you have everything that you need so that you can start feeling great, and that this will be the year that you figure this out, right? This can be that year. I see that is possible for you, and I'm just so excited to be a part of that journey. So pop a comment here. Let me know if you need a boost, and I will be in touch with you soon. You guys have an awesome week.